Mr. Right versus Mr. Right now.
Why not take a crazy chance? Someone who makes me laugh can give me a bath. Oh, but you guys know that song? She was thinking Mr. Right, I was thinking right.
Every day is Valentine's Day if you love yourself. Hey!
Pod with Meg. Hey.
Bonjour!
Hey. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. From yours truly, Meghane Lex, your host.
Roll sound.
Rolling. Sound production, take 2.
Let's get into it. Hey. Make this more like this. Oh my gosh, this looks so cute. Okay. Hi, everybody. All right.
To that I say, all right.
Hey. My name is Meghane Lex, and welcome to my podcast, Pod with Meg. Get it? Me. If you're back, you're a nutmeg, and if you're new, unfortunately, you're just a nut. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. Actually, I do. Okay, are you guys ready for today's episode? Because I don't think I'm ready. I'm in all pink. I have these Cupid socks on. Please tell me it's focused. All right, so today's episode is called Mr. Right versus Mr. Right Now. And what that means is basically, it means so many things. But in this scenario, and this can literally apply to anyone, Mr. Right versus Mr. Right Now just sounds cool, you know what I mean? But I'm going to explain what Mr. Right is and what Mr. Right Now is. And I want this video to be short, and it's also going to be single camera because with two cameras, I love the A and B cam, like 2-camera action, but if I want to get this video out in time, I feel like I need to do 1 camera because I want to get it out by tomorrow. And that's a quick turnaround time for me because I love to procrastinate, I'm not going to lie. But today's episode, and if you have seen the movie The Sweetest Thing with Cameron Diaz and Christina Applegate, Selma Blair, yes, I think it's Selma Blair, they kill it in The Sweetest Thing. And they say this one quote, I think it's like, don't go looking for Mr. Right, look for Mr. Right now, and then Mr. Right will come around. Don't go searching for Mr. Right, look for Mr. Right now, and then Mr. Right will come around. Yes, that's the quote, I think. I'll insert it in if I can find it.
Don't go looking for Mr. Right. Look for Mr. Right now. And eventually, if he's worthy, that now part is just going to drop away naturally, you know?
So Mr. Right is like the guy you want to date, the guy you want to marry, the guy you want to be with forever and ever and ever. And Mr. Right Now is the guy that you might not see yourself marrying, but maybe. Either way, it's like, if he's going to be your Mr. Right Now, don't try to make him your Mr. Right. Just enjoy what it is for the moment. And I feel like in today's day and age, like dating is so hard because not only are there so many distractions, so many like things that kind of get in the way of dating, but I feel like people have so many high expectations. Honestly, sorry, let me go back, because having high expectations is not a problem, but the problem is when you are with someone who doesn't have those same expectations as you. You get me? You get what I'm saying? So if someone doesn't have those same expectations as you, they're not going to be your Mr. Right. They might be your Mr. Right now, but they're not going to be your Mr. Right because when it comes down to it, your foundations, right? No, your principles are different. Your values. At the end of the day, your values are different, so it's not going to work out in the long run. But it might work out for the next 10 minutes, next week, month, you never know. So I think that's something that's very important, and I want to talk about that today because I feel like in my past, I've definitely... But then again, I also think it's very important to not entertain people who you don't like. If you don't see any, not even the next like few seconds with this person, cut it off. It ain't nothing to cut that. It ain't nothing to cut that off, truly. Like, if you don't see yourself with this person for the next like literally hour, week, month, do not waste your time. Don't waste your time, because I guarantee someone else is better out there, and just don't waste your time. Just don't do it. Yeah, let's talk about it. I remember I feel like the guy I like right now, he's Mr. Right, but he's also kind of like a Mr. Right now because he plays so many games. Okay, let's talk about the way you can decipher between whether it's a Mr. Right and Mr. Right now. So Mr. Right is going to have the qualities. Like, he's going to try to get to know you. He's someone you can see yourself. Oh my gosh, is my eyelash falling off? Mr. Right is going to be someone you can see yourself having a conversation with. Like, you guys can text beyond, like, WID. Like, you guys can text beyond, like, oh, can I see you? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are going to text about, like, random stuff, like, how your day's going. You're going to get to know each other through text. Mr. Right now, you guys literally are going to care about what's happening right now. Like, Mr. Right is not going to really care about right now. He just wants to talk to you. So that's the way you can decipher between a Mr. Right and Mr. Right now. Mr. Right is going to be someone you can go out to eat with. Mr. Right now, he probably won't take you out to eat. And if he does, I'm sorry. I don't want to aim low, but I'm sorry. It might just be somewhere that's cheap as like an In-N-Out, a Chick-fil-A. That's what Mr. Right now gives. Mr. Right would not dare do that to you unless you guys have been together for like more than a year, honestly, or more than 6 months. Like, Mr. Right will not dare take his lady that he cares for and loves to In-N-Out, to Chick-fil-A, to any fast food place because and it's in the name. Mr. Right now will take you to a fast food place because he's going to be in your life fast. Mr. Right will take you to a nice place. Mr. Right will take you to a nice place for dinner always. And even if it's not nice, it will still be somewhere like Korean barbecue, like somewhere that has food that isn't fast because they don't want it to be fast. They want it to be everlasting. They want it to be, you know what I mean? They want it to be a real thing. So you already know off the bat that Mr. Right is Mr. Right when he doesn't take you to a fast food place. Mr. Right now would never dare, but Mr. Right would never dare take you to a fast food place. But Mr. Right now, I'm sorry, but he might. Because he's just here for it right now.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know.
He doesn't care how you think about this in the future. Like, imagine telling your kids in the future, oh my gosh, yeah, like your father on our first date, he took me to Chick-fil-A. The kids would look at you crazy, as they should. Also, Mr. Right is going to be someone who asks you questions about your life. Like, he's going to know your personality. He's going to know, like, your quirks, like your quirks. Mr. Right now doesn't care about that. He literally doesn't. Case in point, I think I talked about this in another podcast episode, but a Mr. Right now is someone who's not going to get your humor. He's going to, like, think you're weird for saying certain things. He's just not going to see you beyond, like, your kitty cat. Beyond like the surface because he's just a Mr. Right now. Like, someone who's there for right now isn't going to try to dig too deep because hello, like, if he's only in it for right now, why would he care to? For him, there's no future about it. So he's not going to try to like create a memory, a collection of things about you because it's literally just for right now. Not to discredit the right nows because sometimes it can be a lot of fun. Sometimes Mr. Right now can make you forget about your Mr. Right. He can make you just feel good about yourself, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Mr. Right now is like, they're good for right now, but they're not endgame.
I wanna be your endgame. I wanna be your first string.
They're not endgame, but they're good for the moment. So it's bittersweet, but I'm telling you guys, you don't want to let your boyfriend keep you from finding your husband. You guys heard it here first. And going back to my point earlier, I feel like so many times when you think you find your Mr. Right, but it's actually your Mr. Right now, you leave yourself feeling so disappointed when in actuality, all it was what it was. Basically, like, it is what it is. If you find yourself being upset about someone who's your Mr. Right now, like, just think about it wasn't something that was supposed to be everlasting, like Cinderella and her prince. Like, even though that sounds so beautiful, it's not always that. A Mr. Right now is kind of going to make you realize what you do and don't want. Like, a Mr. Right now is going to have some qualities that you're going to be like, oh,
He gave me the
oh, I cannot see myself marrying someone like you. But a Mr. Right is going to make you feeling like, oh my gosh, this guy has all of the qualities I want in a boyfriend, husband, lifelong partner, all of that. And yeah, I just want us all to, you know, find our Mr. Rights and our Mr. Right Nows. Because sometimes a Mr. Right Now is necessary to find your Mr. Right. Like, sometimes you just kind of have to see what you want in the moment before you realize, oh my gosh, my Mr. Right, he has all the qualities that all the Mr. Right Nows didn't have. And I love that about him. Okay. But yeah, like I said, you don't want to let your boyfriend keep you from finding your husband. Let's talk about signs that you found your Mr. Right. If you hear these signs and your Mr. Right now doesn't have those signs, don't feel discouraged because that just means you're closer to finding your Mr. Right. And if you enjoy spending time with someone who ticks off some of your boxes but not all of them, enjoy it. Life is short. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? Take a crazy chance. Why not? Why not? Do a crazy dance. All right, now let's talk about the signs that he's your Mr. Right and not just your Mr. Right now. Number 1, the physical chemistry between you two is palpable. Palpable. The physical chemistry is just palpable. Like, oh, okay. This kind of reminds me of this guy that I literally would always run into him when I was out. And we just had crazy, palpable physical chemistry. Like, literally the minute I walked into this one club, I remember he like grabbed me and he was so cute. But that energy, it's crazy. It's very, very crazy. When you find your Mr. Right, you guys are just gonna want to like touch each other. And on the contrast, like I remember this guy took me on a date. He was not trying to like be close to me or anything, which is fine. Like I prefer you not trying too hard, but like still, it just made me realize we're definitely more friends. But I can understand that and I can respect that. But that's how you know that like someone's your Mr. Right now. That guy was very much a Mr. Right now situation because he wasn't really trying to like be to Mr. Right. I respect it, but like he wasn't really trying at all, which is respectable. Like I get it. Like you just want to take me out to dinner. You just want to have a vibe. Like I feel you. I feel you. I respect it. And when you know, you just know. Your Mr. Right will take a genuine interest in your life. He will ask about like what you do, like your future, like your family, your values. Mr. Right will try to really know who you are as a person, as a whole. Your Mr. Right will make you feel special, treasured, loved, secure. All the things that make you feel right inside, Mr. Right will do for you. And it just goes back to if he wanted to, he would. Like if a guy likes you, he's gonna tell you he likes you. He's gonna tell you you're a cutie pie. Like this one guy, he always calls me cute. He tells me he misses me. Like that's the stuff you hear from your Mr. Right. Like Mr. Right now is not gonna put too much energy in that, which is fine. Like you're just a Mr. Right now. Don't like hold your horses, bro.
Don't do it.
But Mr. Right will literally genuinely want to make you feel so special because he doesn't want to lose you. He wants to be there for a long time. He's there for the long run, not the short run. Not just right now. He's there for forever. But hey, you never know. Mr. Right. He will give you space. He will let you do what you want. Like, do you remember those guys that try to control you? Like, why are you all up in my business? Like, I barely know you. You're not my father. Like, you're not my dad. No, like, stay out of my business. Let me do me. Mr. Right will let you do you. He's gonna respect you because someone who respects you respects your boundaries. And if you guys just met, like, he's not gonna control your life because he has his own life too. And that's what makes him right. Don't you want someone who has their own life? You don't want a no-lifer? No. Bleh. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. I'm telling you guys, you don't want that. Mr. Right will make you laugh. And not only will he make you laugh, he'll remember cute small details about you. He'll remember like small things you guys talked about in the past. He'll just do it right. And for me, I love to laugh. If you can make me laugh, you can literally sorry. It's the truth. Like someone who makes me laugh can give me a bath. I know that doesn't make sense, but it did in my head for a second. And I realize this as I get older, not everyone has the same humor as you. Some people might not get your jokes. They might call you weird. Them. Mr. Right, he will get your jokes. He will get it. He will feel your humor. You guys will just be right together. You guys will be a vibe all the time.
It's a vibe all the time.
It's a vibe all the time. And also, Mr. Right, he'll remember what you wore the day you guys met. He'll remember like what you like to eat. Just small details. And that's what's important because people who remember the small details are listeners. And you want a listener around you. One of my pet peeves in life is repeating myself to people. I hate when I have to repeat myself. I hate when I have to repeat myself to someone. That is just a pet peeve of mine. It's so annoying. It's like, if I told you once, I told you twice. Also, you and Mr. Right will probably share goals. You guys will have similar outlooks on life because if he's your Mr. Right, you guys probably see a long future. And if that's the case, you probably have similar goals and see, similar lifestyles for yourself. Like, I've met people that just don't see life the same way as I do. And that's fine. But you're just not my Mr. Right. And that's fine.
No boss.
And also, if you find yourself kind of changing for the better around this person, he's probably your Mr. Right, because someone who makes you do things that are right is probably your Mr. Right. That's so corny, but it's so true. But yeah, your Mr. Right will definitely have you changing yourself for the better, or just, evolving, growing. Like, you want to grow with someone. You don't want to be stagnant with someone. That's just never a good thing. And your Mr. Right will also be very honest with you, because a good foundation starts from honesty. You don't want to start off something with someone that is dishonest with you. That's just never a good thing. And your Mr. Right will never have you feeling that way. He'll be honest, upfront, and you guys will just have a good foundation to start with. Because think about it, a good relationship is based off of trust and loyalty, and you want to have honesty in a good relationship. And we'll also just fight fair. Equal balance relationship. You guys want to be on the same level, because think about it. When someone's up here and someone's down here, it just never works out. It's never equal. And that's just not a good relationship. You guys don't want that. At least I don't want that. I don't want that ever. But yeah, I think I talked enough about Mr. Right versus Mr. Right Now. And if you guys have any ideas for new videos, literally my throat hurts. Oh my gosh.
How cute is this mug? Get yourself a mug on podwithmeg.com. You can get it customized, whatever you like. Check it out. Hey! Alright, so that's all for my Mr. Right Now versus Mr. Right video. Thank you all so much for watching the newest episode of my podcast, Pod with Meg, the solo sessions, Mr. Right versus Mr. Right Now. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope all you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day and just a rest of your month. Like, every day is Valentine's Day if you love yourself. Hey! But yeah, thank you all again. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great night, day, evening, afternoon, morning. Whatever it is, wherever you are, I appreciate all of you guys so much. I love you all. And yeah, stay tuned for new episodes of my podcast, Pod with Meg, and Pod with Meg, the solo sessions. Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Love you all. Bye. Oh. All right, love you all. Bye.
We gotta go. Baby, it's time to go.
And don't forget to follow me on all my social media to stay up to date with all my shenanigans. And don't forget to subscribe. Et n'oublie pas de subscrire. Alright guys, love you all. Bye!
We are oh, dang, okay, that was quick. Oh my gosh. Slay! Wait, first of all, can we talk about how cute this set is? Like, these flowers, like, hello, the red evil eye, like, let's talk about it. And the Cupid socks, so cute.
Alright, I think my thing is a little tilted now. What's going on?
Also, Mr. Right will have similar I can't speak tonight. Okay, everyone. Hi. Let me actually connect this so I can go on live. Okay, so your Mr. Right will definitely... I can't speak. And I'm your host of the podcast, Pod with Meg. That sounds fucking weird. Thank you for the follow.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to film this episode. Hey. Let's get into this. Oh my gosh, wait, I need to turn off my heater because it's going to make noise and it's also way too hot in here. How do I turn off? Oh my gosh, I can never find anything. Sorry guys, the noise is such a big part of the podcast. Okay. And if anything disrupts the noise, oh my gosh, now I feel like I have to start over, but I think it's fine. Literally, the last video I posted yesterday, the Taro Brownie one, check it out. Super Bowl Sunday, hey. That one I literally filmed a year ago, so 24-hour turnaround time, that's very little for me. But my Mr. Right, all night long, like, or even, ooh, is this not so, okay, there we go. Mr. Right.
Hey, there's me. How cute do I look? Hey.
I can't speak today, clearly. Night. Wait, this, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like this. Oh my gosh, this is adorable.
Thank you all so much for watching. Oh my gosh, get away.
Rule number 1, if they disrupt your peace, tell them peace. We stand on what? We stand on business. Let it go. If someone doesn't get it, surround yourself with someone who does. Case closed. Bye. But now I know better, so now I do better, and I get better. Amen.